0-3 swinging.
United we play, united we win.
Deep right field. Another absolute bomb over the flag court.
We are family.
Outstanding effort again.
We're busting ours to kick yours.
That's big time.
Minus 15.
Respect all, fear none.
Oh, did he belt that one?
Intensity is not a perfume.
It was a no-doubter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Hot Stove Show on MASN All Access is brought to you by your Baltimore area Toyota dealers. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota, and let's go places. Hi everyone, welcome into the Orioles Hot Stove Show here on MASN All Access. I'm Brendan Mortensen here at beautiful Oriole Park at Camden Yards, where the Orioles, the state of Maryland, and Governor Wes Moore and the Maryland Stadium Authority just agreed to a new lease agreement to keep the Orioles here for at least the next 30 years. Here's Governor Wes Moore on the signing.
I want to say something that I've been waiting to say for a long time. Baltimore, the deal is done. This morning, the Maryland Stadium Authority approved a 30-year lease extension to keep the Orioles in Baltimore for a generation. Under this deal, we will keep the Orioles in Baltimore for the long term with a scenario. Under this deal, we are sending a clear message to our friends in the private sector. Investing in Baltimore is a winning strategy. We will jumpstart a larger project centered on how we reinvest in downtown, while also saving taxpayers tens of millions of dollars by making the Orioles pay their fair share. The state will make investments to upgrade the ballpark, with the Stadium Authority controlling that process and ensuring that every single public dollar is spent wisely. And we will attract new investments because our partners in the private sector can count on the business of hundreds of thousands of Birdland fans who flock to Camden Yards every year.
Well, great to have the Orioles locked up long-term here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, and they're going to continue to put a great product on the field. One guy that could contribute to that winning, right-hander Jonathan Heasley, just acquired from the Royals in exchange for Cesar Espinal, an 18-year-old pitcher in the Dominican Summer League, put up a .318 ERA as a 17-year-old last year. Now, Heasley was the Royals' 10th ranked prospect as recently as 2022. The scouting report on him at the time read that his velocity continuously ticked up after being drafted, can get up to 97 to 99 miles an hour on that fastball. And his 12-6 curveball, that's his best secondary. The slider has potential as well as that changeup. Also notes his excellent pickoff move. He holds runners well, just fields the starting pitching position very, very well. Now, he made the jump from Double-A to the majors in 2021 after a really strong showing down in the minors, a .333 ERA with a 28% strikeout rate, just an 8% walk rate there. That jump up to the majors in 2022 didn't exactly go as planned with just a .528 ERA. But if you're looking for some positives and the reasons that the Orioles brought him in, the fastball consistently sat at 95 this year. That's up nearly 2 miles an hour from 2022. Opponents hit just 167 against his curveball as well. So a really good 1-2 punch that we could potentially see out of the bullpen. And he has one minor league option remaining. So some flexibility there for Heasley, who figures to be in a spring training competition to make the Orioles bullpen. But if there's one thing that we have learned with Mike Elias and this Orioles regime, it's to pay attention to those smaller moves. The Orioles have continuously won on the margins with guys like Yennier Cano, Ryan O'Hearn, Danny Coulombe, moves that we didn't make a lot of at the time, but they ended up being huge contributors at the big league level. And at winter meetings, I got the chance to catch up with O's assistant GM, Eve Rosenbaum, and I asked her about how Baltimore is able to find that talent, the chemistry in the front office, and much more.
It's great because you spend so much time with these people, not just at the winter meetings, but all year. I mean, we're all working 80 hours a week every week. Yeah, except maybe between Christmas and New Year's. So just people you get along with, you can joke with, you can talk about things that aren't baseball. It's really nice.
Eve, one of the pleasures of covering the Orioles the last couple of years has been the character of the veteran players who came into that clubhouse, from Jordan Lyles to Kyle Gibson, Adam Frazier, James McCann was here today. These are quality people who obviously fit in quickly. So when you're looking to add a player, there's all these stats, there's all this data, but character and the quality of person, how does that play into it?
Yeah, it's huge. We try to do as much research as we possibly can, and that's something that you can't necessarily see in the numbers. We're a very quantitative team, so we use a lot of data and analytics, but we also do a lot of our own research, talking to other people in the industry who maybe had a player in the past, talking to our players who know someone, just baseball is a small world, and so we like to dig around and find out as much as we can about the quality of players. So like when we brought in McCann, when we brought in Gibson, we know they were going to be positive influences, and that's definitely something that we seek out, and I think it paid off, just like you said. I think it really helped bring the clubhouse together.
Now, a lot of high-quality people that have contributed to winning, and the Orioles have really been winning on the margins, too. If you look at a big reason for the success last year, it's guys like Ryan O'Hearn, like Danny Coulomb, moves that were made that, maybe we didn't make a ton of at the time, and then they really turn into excellent players for you guys. How do you think Baltimore has been able to find an advantage somewhere where you're able to evaluate a player and see some untapped potential there, or maybe just get more out of them that another team wasn't able to?
Yeah, I think between the combination of our analytics, the various models that we have, and then our scouts and our scouting analysts, people who are seeing players in person and people who are watching players on video and just really digging in and diving into players, we're able to identify players who we think will be particularly successful in our park, or where we have a role that someone can very easily step into. So with O'Hearn, we thought that he didn't get a lot of playing time in Kansas City, that he was available. He's left-handed, that works with our park. We could pair him with Ryan Mountcastle, who hits right-handed, so that seemed like a really perfect fit. And then with Coulomb, we're always looking for bullpen help. You can never have too much pitching. He never really caught on with the Twins, and then he was available. We saw some stuff about his pitches, where we thought he had taken a step forward at the end of spring training last year. And we said, yeah, why not? Let's try it out, see if it carries through. And it carried through all year. So it's just a combination of the people doing the research and then the numbers, and we think we're able to find, little players who will make us better.
Eve, there was some kind of exciting news yesterday when Mike mentioned the strong possibility that Jackson Holliday could make the opening day roster. I mean, wow, that gets Birdland's attention. His performance got Birdland's attention. As you guys looked at this kid from pre-draft to now, beyond the numbers, which we all can see, what do you like about him? What makes this kid special?
Yeah, he knows baseball through and through. Obviously, his family, the bloodlines, he knows what to expect in the major league grind. I think that catches a lot of players by surprise. Just even going from high school ball to college ball to then the minor leagues to then the majors. Each time it's physically more demanding, it's mentally more demanding. The PR and the media demands are higher, as you know. And so I think it can catch a lot of people by surprise and take some time to adapt. But with someone like Jackson, because of his upbringing, we think he'll have an easier transition for that, so he can spend more time focusing on his statistics, on his on-field play.
Now, you mentioned kind of, scouting players, having conversations with them. This offseason, obviously the conversation surrounding the Orioles has been very different from years past. How different have those conversations been when you're talking to, potential trade targets, potential free agents, seeing if they would be a good fit in Baltimore?
Yeah, so I think our number one focus this year, and it's no secret, is to make the team getting to the playoffs. It might be hard to build on 101 wins because 101 wins is just so spectacular, but we have every expectation that we're going to be taking this team back to the playoffs, so we want to make our current major league team better. So that's 100% of our focus. Whereas maybe in the past, we might be more focused on someone who, a minor league free agent who might have the chance to move up and be good for us in the next couple of years. We had more of a longer term view. We always want to take the long term view in baseball because you want to be winning and sustain that winning, but our number one thing is focusing on guys who can make us better for this upcoming season.
Eve, in terms of, I want to use the word, I guess, recruitment of players, you're looking at players, you're trying to entice them, they're trying to sell you, I guess, in some respects too. Has any of that changed in the last few years as the game keeps evolving with data and analytics and everything?
Yeah, I think players now, if it's a free agent and we're making our pitch to the free agent, a lot of times free agents will ask us, hey, what can you do to make me better? In addition to the coaches who you have, who I'm going to be talking to every day, they want to know what tools we have. We want to know what data we look at. A lot of the players, in particular pitchers, they go to Driveline. They want to know if our programs are similar to what they might get at a more analytically forward-facing place like Driveline. So I think, yeah, it's gone both ways. As the teams have gotten more analytical, the players have wanted to engage with that as well.
And of course, the Orioles Hot Stove Show here on MASN All Access is presented by your Baltimore area Toyota dealers. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota and let's go places. Well, the awards keep rolling in for the Baltimore Orioles. Adley Rutschman named first team All-MLB catcher. Felix Bautista named to the first team as well as a reliever. And Kyle Bradish earned second team All-MLB honors as a starting pitcher. Adley Rutschman hit .277 with an .809 OPS on the season, and of course caught one of the best pitching groups in baseball with excellent defense. An all-star in just his age 25 season. Have to imagine this is just the tip of the iceberg for Adley Rutschman. And of course, before his injury, Felix Bautista was the most dominant pitcher in baseball. A 1.48 ERA on the season with 33 saves. He struck out over 16 batters per 9 innings. We're excited to see Felix Bautista back healthy and on the mound sometime around the 2025 season. And then Kyle Bradish, one of the biggest surprises of the season for the Baltimore Orioles, finished 4th in all of baseball in ERA at a 2.83, which was 3rd best in the American League. Struck out 9 batters per 9 innings. Of course, loads of talent up at the big league level for the Orioles. Loads of talent down on the farm as well, like Silas Ardoin, the Orioles' 4th-round catcher out of Texas a few years ago. Here's a better look at the catching prospect.
Hi, my name is Silas Ardoin. I'm a catcher from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Attended college at the University of Texas at Austin. Excited to be with the Orioles organization. This is my first year here. Baseball was a big part of my life. I mean, I don't want to say from the day I was born because I didn't know any better, but growing up, my dad played professional baseball and I always wanted to follow his footsteps, and I grew up watching him play and being in the locker room, so I guess it's always been a dream of mine.
When you saw Danny Ardoin playing parts of 5 seasons in Major League Baseball as a catcher, 2000 to 2008.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the bloodlines. I think you can make a case he's one of the best, maybe the best defensive catcher in college baseball this season. What helped him and the reason he's going this early in the draft is he stepped it up offensively.
I think I have a high baseball IQ. Being able to guide a pitching staff and guide a defense, and also just understand the game. I know the game pretty well. And that's something that I take a lot of pride in. The first full year of professional baseball has been a journey for sure. You know, there's a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and being able to get through those times and stay even keel through the process, you know, that's been huge for me, and I'm really enjoying my time here for sure.
This one's sprayed down the right field line into the corner. Extra bases for Ardoin. It's a 2-run, 2-bagger with swagger for Silas Ardoin. He extends his hitting streak to 8 games.
Playing 6 games in a week, you don't want to do too much on your off day. You're pretty tired, but I try to get out, you know, find something to do, maybe go walk around or go shopping or something like that. But for the most part, I'm just chilling in the apartment, resting, catching my breath. I guess something that I want them to know about me is that I'm going to bring it every single day, that I'm going to do my best to help lead this organization to World Series championships and hopefully achieve my dreams, but also achieve the dreams of all the fans that want to see the Orioles win too.
Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Orioles Hot Stove Show here on MASN All Access. Big thank you to Amy Jennings, Bobby Bonko, and Matt Bonaparte behind the scenes. We're taking